Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back. Today we are going to transform this space into the ultimate entertaining oasis, and we're going to do it on a budget. Stick around. We are here at Hoffman Outdoor Products, and what we're doing on our patio there is we need to pick up some patio furniture because, as you saw in that intro, it's a pretty blank slate right now. And we are not at some big corporate conglomerate outdoor patio furniture store. We are actually at Scott Hoffman's personal residence here. And Scott, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the business that you've created here.
So yeah, Adam, come on, let's take a walk and we'll show you some of the stuff that we have. So my wife and I started this business about 11 years ago, and we started it because we bought some chairs, some polywood furniture chairs that were very nice at the time. At that time, we had some old Adirondacks that were wooden, and we had to stain and pressure wash every year, and it just got to be old. It was like, there's got to be a better way to do this, so we found polywood. And we had found some chairs, and we purchased them, and they were good for a couple years. But we got to thinking, boy, there's got to be a cheaper version of this out there, or people are really making a lot of money off of us.
If you've ever looked into polywood furniture, it is expensive. And when I introduced this video and said that we are going to be, decorating our patio on a budget, polywood furniture in general is expensive, and that's because polywood is expensive. However, what you were telling me is that the markup on some of that stuff is crazy.
Right. A lot of it is touted as Amish made, and a lot of it is, and everything we sell is Amish made. But some of the stuff that we had purchased originally was made in a factory by some Amish workers.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference as far as making it in a factory as opposed to buying it from the Amishman at his farm.
Mm-hmm.
And so we deal with about 9 old order Amish craftsmen throughout Ohio, Pennsylvania. I think we have 9 of the best guys that we could find to build our furniture for us.
Yeah.
So come on up on the porch and I'll show you some of the stuff that we have.
Yeah, and again, this is at your personal residence. You don't do this full time, do you? This is a
No, this is just a side business. This is a business we started as I work full time, my wife works full time. We just started it as just something that we could, a little bit of play money.
Yeah.
So I have some chairs on my front porch that I paid more for probably about 13 or 14 years ago than I'm selling chairs for today, that exact same chair.
Yeah,
So,
even through this whole inflationary market.
Through inflation, through COVID, and every year there's prices go up every year. Nothing ever comes down. But even with the price markups through COVID and everything, we're still selling them cheaper than we were when we bought those 14 years ago. Zero maintenance, zero. You don't have to. I tell people that the worst part about polywood is bird poop and pollen.
Yeah.
Because the birds poop on everything,
right,
and the pollen sticks to everything.
Well, and you're going to have that problem
with anything.
With anything.
Yep.
But you don't need to. I mean, maybe pressure wash these once a year and you're done.
Actually, we don't even recommend pressure washing. We use a garden hose with either car soap and a car wash mitt, or Dawn dish soap with a car wash mitt.
Yeah.
Car wash mitt, you can just slather everything on, take a garden hose it right off, and wipe it down. So polywood's not like your regular womanized lumber that a lot of outdoor furniture is built from. Polywood is solid high density polyethylene. So it's recycled milk jugs, it's recycled water bottles, Tide containers. It's all your number 2 plastics that you stick out at the end of the street.
What I equate it to would be almost the same as like a Trex decking, right? Like a composite decking material.
It's very similar to Trex. Some of the Trex, I believe, has like a wood fiber to it.
Okay.
So polywood is solid HDPE. So when it rains, You can wipe this stuff. If it stops raining, you want to sit out on your porch or patio at the end of the evening, take a rag, wipe it off, towel, dry it all off. 5-10 minutes, you're ready to sit down. You're not going to be damp like you would if you were sitting on womanized lumber.
Yeah. So let's take a look at, again, this is your back deck, and what a business to be in, to have your display be your back deck area.
Yeah.
This is awesome here to have all of this patio furniture at your disposal.
Yeah, so like we sell patio tables, we sell them bar height, counter height, and dining height. Swivel chairs that go with it, bar stools, regular dining chairs.
And you can see he's got a different selection in the backing too.
So this one over here we call a fancy back.
Okay.
As opposed to this style here, we call this or this a fan back.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of difference. Some people call them different things. That's how we denote them and what's.
And you
what's
got
what.
all of that stuff spelled out on your website.
Yep.
and the different options. You've got
my website really needs some work, but I mostly send everybody to my Facebook page.
Okay.
That's where I do a lot of my stuff from.
And you've got swivel chairs, you've got Adirondack chairs, you've got folding Adirondack chairs. Pretty much just about any way you can configure an outdoor patio chair, you guys can make it in this polywood furniture.
Yeah, absolutely. We can do, there's different colors. We have wood grain colors that actually have a roughness to them where it looks like real wood. And they're colored as well.
These are actual gliders too. You want to do me a favor
Yep.
and sit in that real quick,
Yep.
or at least rock it back
Yep.
and forth?
So this is a swivel glider. So you can go 360 with it, as well as back and forth.
Yeah.
And everything we have up on our porch here is a swivel glider. That way we can, when we have when we're entertaining and people are coming over, we can just kind of swing around and talk to whoever. And each chair has a different fit and feel.
Yeah.
So what fits me good may not fit you good. You're a taller person, you may like a different style chair, where I like a shorter back chair as opposed to
And that's what we were
a
actually
deeper seating chair.
When Scott actually reached out to me, which is actually kind of funny. So you're a viewer of the channel, a subscriber of the channel.
Absolutely.
And he reached out and said, you were watching all of the landscaping projects we were doing, and said, hey Adam, if you're looking for furniture for the new patio, give me a call. So I did, and I kind of started looking through the website and picking out what pieces I would want. And he said, you really don't want to put an order in until you actually come down here and sit in everything. So 2 weeks ago, we came down here, sat in all these chairs, and it was a good thing we did, because I thought that I wanted all gliding Adirondack chairs. And after I sat in a couple, my personal preference was I wanted the folding Adirondack chairs because I sat in them better.
Yeah. Each chair has a different fit and feel, and it's just amazing. We have a lot of people, and we do a lot of business just from social media. But we have a lot of people that'll just they'll just send me a message and say, hey, this is what I want, and I say, I really want you to come sit in it, and they're like, well, we don't have time, just go ahead and order it.
Yeah.
And we've been pretty lucky with they're happy with their purchases.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of people that are like, hey, I'm just like you said, glad I came down, glad I sat in them, because we definitely changed our mind. We went a different route.
But like even this one, you can see the back on this one is different. And I know when I sat on this one, it has like a little built-in lumbar support.
Yeah.
And just where that falls on my back, being a 6'5" guy, I didn't care for that. But I'm sure there are people who love that chair.
Yep, absolutely. Again, fit and feel is different on every chair. So, and that's why we have people. That's why we really want people to come sit in them and decide what they would like. So
this is the whole display area. Let's head down to the garage and go check out what our order looks like. Sure. You do stock some items, right? I mean,
do.
Most of the stuff is built to order, but you've got some stock.
Yeah, I do stock a few items. Mostly Adirondack chairs is what we stock, just because we sell them quickly. They're quick sellers. Normally spring and fall, those go quick for fire pits and things like that. A lot of people love the Adirondacks for around fire pits. We do a lot around swimming pools as well, but mostly the fire pits is what we do those with. So what you guys got, you guys have this table here, which is a 42-inch bar height or square table. Mm-hmm. Brown and weatherwood in color. It's got the brown picture frame around it.
We got 3 swivel bar chairs. And then because we're putting it on our patio and we have limited room, we didn't have room to go with 4 swivel stools all the way around, so we ended up just getting a stationary stool that's going to take up a lot less room.
You can get them with or without the umbrella hole. You guys chose to go without the umbrella hole.
That's because we're going to be putting it on our patio, which already has a roof over it.
So you got 2 glider chairs for around your fire pit. You also have a couple of Adirondacks here. Nick, do you want to give me a hand? We'll flip these over. Yep. So you got a couple folding Adirondacks.
So the reason we went with a couple different style chairs is because I liked these ones better, but my mom and Lana liked the glider chairs better. So we ended up just splitting the difference. I got 2, they got 2, and then we also got a 5-foot glider, which I believe is back there.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Your glider is back there, and we'll pull it out here in a minute. These fold up really nicely. So you just grab them in the front, grab the back, and they fold up. And you know, they're only about 8 inches wide when they're folded, and you can carry them, move them wherever you'd like. We saw a lot of the folding ones as opposed to the non-folding, just because the portability of them. If you don't have a graveled area where your fire ring is, a lot of people just have it in their yard. Yeah. You know, if you got a mow, fold the chair up, lean it against a tree, do your mowing, you set it back down, so you're not really carrying them a whole lot. Yeah. So a lot of people like it for that reason. And then to unfold them, you just kind of let them fall out, and they're back to where they should be.
Yeah, this stuff looks awesome. I am, you know, again, we talked about polywood furniture is not cheap, but this is about the best you're going to get it. And this is what we wanted. We wanted something that's going to be absolutely zero maintenance. I've talked to neighbor Doug. He said he doesn't put it away in the winter. He leaves it out all year round. It doesn't blow away in the storm because it's heavy built.
Yes. And those are some of the benefits of, you know, obviously the cleanability of it, where, you know, you don't have to pressure wash, you don't have to stain every year, you don't have to put it away. It's not going to blow away in a storm. It's got a great warranty. We warranty it as long as you have it. It just, and the colors all match. Everything, the colors match on every piece that you bought. So.
And again, I really want to talk about how you're a guy just doing this on the side out of your garage, because I love it when we can promote small businesses like this on the channel. You know, it's that American dream, starting a business out of your garage, and that's literally what you're doing.
This is kind of like my mini warehouse, I guess. Yeah. You know, my car's still going here, but we keep a lot of stuff in the trailer, you know, when we get really busy in the busy times of the spring and the summer. A lot of the stuff that we do is custom order. Yeah. Because if you guys came and you wanted a blue table, you know, I'd have a black and tan one or a black and weatherwood. Yeah. And there's just too many colors for me to stock as a small business guy. And like you said, I'm doing this on the side. So now it's just tough.
I know our lead time on this was about 2 weeks to get all of this furniture made and ready for us to come pick it up. Is that pretty typical?
Early spring, late fall, midsummer is roughly 2 to 3 weeks. You get into the heat of the season, like, you know, May, June, July. Mm-hmm. You're looking 3 to 4, maybe 5, 6 weeks. So now's a good time to buy because lead time's like 1 to 2 weeks.
Well, and this time of year, I mean, people might be sitting around campfires for another couple weeks, but then they're getting ready to not be sitting in these for another 4, 5, 6 months. So
yeah. So we're at the end of the season now, so things have definitely slowed down.
So if you're comfortable talking about pricing a little bit, I'd like to let these people know, you know, what you might expect to buy. I mean, I'm sure you're pretty in tune with your competition and what they're charging for their product versus what you're charging for it. So if you could give us a couple examples of what people would be looking at, what they'd be saving by ordering through you.
So a lot of places that you find online are high priced. Yeah. We try to keep our prices low. Like our Adirondacks, we sell our Adirondacks for $255. Price actually came down a little bit this year. They came down about 8%. So as the price came down, I was able to lower my price, where you don't normally see that in a big box store. You know,
no, once the price
goes up, it stays up because they continue to sell it. But I'm not the guy that's out to rip anybody off. If the price comes down, I'm going to adjust my price. This glider we have back here, we sell it for $475. It's a double glider, but it's something that you'll normally see $600-700 at other competitors.
Yep.
We're just not going to do that.
So I just wanted to interrupt real quick and let you know that I did actually verify everything Scott was saying and confirmed prices by calling around and shopping around and actually stopping at a couple other places. If I had ordered all of this furniture through somebody else, here's the prices they would have charged versus what Scott charges. So the 2 folding Adirondack chairs, the other guys are $432. Scott's price, $255, or a price savings of $177 per folding Adirondack chair. The 2 glider Adirondack chairs, the other guys are charging $640. Scott's price, $374, or a savings of $266 per chair. The 5-foot glider, that's the big one. The other guys are charging $1179 for that. Scott's price is $665, or a price difference of $514 on that one piece alone. The 3 drink tables, the other guys are charging $186. Scott is charging $150. That one's not that bad. It's $36 cheaper, but still, if you saw $36 on the side of the road, you'd probably stop and pick it up, right? Now this 42-inch square high top table, the other guys are charging $976. Scott's price is $630, or a savings of $346 on the table. These 3 swivel chairs that I'm sitting in right now, the other guys are $707. Scott was $430, or a savings of $277 per chair. And then the 1 bar stool we got over there, the other guys are $270. Scott was $200, or a savings of $70. So if we tally up all the furniture that we bought, if we had made one simple change by ordering it through somebody else, we would have spent $7,064. But by ordering it through Scott, our total price for all of the furniture that we got was $4,495, or about a price savings in total of about $2,600.
And yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm making a couple bucks on it.
Well, you're in business.
I mean, I'm not in business to give stuff away.
It's an honest business where you're making enough to keep
Cover
the
my
lights
costs.
on. Yeah, cover your cost, run the lights.
Yep, absolutely. We do a lot of business, obviously Pennsylvania. We do a lot in Ohio. A lot of people come over from Ohio, Maryland, West Virginia, New York. We get a lot of inquiries from New Jersey, but a lot of people just don't want to drive that far.
Now you will deliver too, right?
We will deliver, yeah. I mean, we obviously charge a fee to deliver,
yeah.
Especially going, pretty far.
Yeah, and you guys know me. I'm the accountant. I'm cheap. I came to pick it up to save the delivery fee. Gas isn't free. That truck doesn't run on thank yous.
Absolutely, especially with it $4 a gallon, and things are crazy, and who knows where it's going to go from here. And there's a lot of differences too. Like all of our stuff has hidden screws, so everything's pocket hold, where a lot of the competitors you see, everything's face screwed. So every time you look at this chair, you're going to see screws the whole way across the front of it. In the seat, every place there's reinforcement, you're going to see screws. So in ours, you don't see that. So it makes a nicer, cleaner looking piece of furniture.
Yep.
So it definitely sets our stuff apart. It's reinforced with aluminum underneath, 2x10 bases instead of 2x2 bases, which a lot of the competitors use. So we definitely have chosen the right builders, and we've definitely set the bar higher with our stuff.
And in case anybody thinks that Scott is giving me this furniture for free, he is not. There we go. And no, I did not print all that on the laser engraver.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, so we just pulled in with all of our new polywood furniture, and I wanted to show you guys one more time what the blank slate looks like, so we can compare what this looks like now to what it's going to look like once we get all of the furniture put down. You can see we do have one piece of wicker furniture that's a little L-shaped sectional couch that we do like. But once again, this is the before, and this is the after. Now, we just got back from the Paul Bunyan show, and after talking with you guys, a lot of people said they loved seeing my mom and dad in the videos, and they stopped over here to give me a hand unloading all of the polywood furniture because it is heavy. One nice thing about that is if we get a big windstorm up here, which we do pretty frequently because we're sitting on top of this hill, this stuff is not going to blow away. The table and chairs up on the patio is not going to blow away, but moving it is heavy to move around. So you definitely want to have a second person with you when you're getting all this stuff put in place. But I mean, this just absolutely makes the space up here, sitting around the campfire, looking out over the pond. We've got the valley, we've got the hill. Just really makes this look nice. Now, as far as the table and chairs, again, with the view in mind, the reason we went with a high top bar is because as you sit up here on the patio, you're sitting up higher, so that little knoll right there does not get in the way of your view of the pond. I know when you sit on this little L-shaped sectional couch over here, you really can't see. Actually, I'll come over here and show you real quick what I'm talking about. See, you really can't see the pond. You can see just a little bit of it. And that was another reason we decided to move the fire pit over that way, is if anybody's sitting here, or if you're sitting here, you still have perfect view of the pond, and the fire is over there. So I think this is going to be a nice place to have coffee in the mornings, maybe have some family dinners out here in the summertime, and roast some marshmallows for some s'mores for dessert over there. Now, like I said earlier, we did only get 3 swivel bar stools because I mentioned that we didn't have quite enough room on the patio here to get the 4th one on that side. So you can see hiding back there, we have that 4th bar stool that if we're having dinner or something out here, we can then slide this out 6 to 12 inches and somebody can sit there. But when we're not using it, we can tuck it up against the wall and make access to the patio door there very easy. Anyways, guys, I think that about wraps this one up. I got to go make some s'mores with the family, but if anybody is dead set on polywood furniture, I highly recommend reaching out to Scott. I will leave some contact information below, as well as his Facebook page. Like he said earlier, his website needs to be redone, so it's a little bit clunky. You can still get around and see what he has, but his Facebook page is where you can go and look at all the different color options, all the different chair styles, and all of that. So if you're interested in this polywood furniture, you're not going to find it cheaper anywhere else. If you guys enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.